Welcome to Geek Speak Live. I'm your host, Todd Bailey. Joining me on the podcast today, it's my co-host.
Wait, Cops on Pots and Pans.
How are you, big sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. We're back doing the live broadcast out there to the folks. Now, remember, it's out in the corner, isn't it? You can hit stream.
And
Subscribe, sorry.
up this top corner here, make sure you hit the live subscribe so that
That's
whenever
what I was
we
looking
go,
for.
whenever we go live with these video thingy mobbies.
And that way
watch
you
us.
can see our ugly mugs coming right at you. Now, it's only a bit of a short episode this week because I haven't had a chance to do a lot of reading. I've been flat out in the shop putting in a new POS system and all that kind of thing to make us more efficient at Kaboom Comics, Toowoomba, Queensland. There you go. You can actually now buy online.
A sponsor.
It is a sponsor, yeah. So normally we don't drop sponsor names, but apart from Jemison and Bundaberg Rum.
Yeah.
But this week we are dropping the name of Kaboom Comics because it is a fantastic looking new website we've got there. Make sure you go along and check it on out. www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. Nothing else after the tail end of it. There you go. Anyway, that's my shameless plug for the start of the day. Ginge, what's happening in the geek world this week?
Well, we all know that Batman Superman is this week.
Yeah, I've already got tickets. I've got tickets for you and our lovely ladies to go along with us.
I've stayed away from trailers, TV spots,
Have you?
everything that's been on
you haven't been out to-
for the last month or so.
Have you seen Big W's all around the country? The different Big W stores have pop-up Batman and Superman stores within the Big
I
W.
have, yeah. You haven't been to it?
I haven't had a chance to go shopping yet.
Well,
Maybe I should.
I went to our local one and I looked around and I couldn't find it, to be honest.
Couldn't you?
Huh?
Maybe it was over near the ladies' wear, Ginger.
Well, you know, I stay away from that as
Sure,
often
that's
as
what
I
he tells
can.
us, folks. That's what he tells us.
But
I've seen you in your active wear.
you were telling me that we have to watch it in 3D.
Yes, up here in our home city, Birch Carroll and Coyle Event Cinemas in their infinite wisdom have only scheduled on three sessions for the day, and the nighttime session is 6:20, and it's in 3D only.
3D only?
I know, it sucks. I'm really not that chuffed by it. But anyway, looking forward to going along and seeing it. I have been geeking out all week, saying that I finally get to see Ben Affleck in the costume and everything else, and rocking it out, in Gotham. But I'm actually excited to see Henry Cavill again as Superman.
Yeah.
I think this is. I think it's going to be fantastic. Amy Adams back as Lois Lane, and I'm one of those few people who enjoyed, for what it was, Man of Steel. I know there's a lot of people out there, a lot of folks, probably some of our listeners who are still cranky on Man of Steel and went, nah, hated it, this, that, the other thing.
It wasn't the Superman I remember. That's what these people were saying.
Yeah, but you know what? Do you want to rehash? Do you want Lex Luthor doing a land grab? Most of them, that's what it was about. It was Lex Luthor trying to get land or something like that.
Real estate schemes.
Yeah,
all the time.
And speaking of Superman, over our back shoulder, you can of course see we've got the Superman cutout this week. I'm a little bit pissed because Ginge picked it and I didn't get to put Batman there. Could have had a Batman one.
Well, I was going to put Batman on this side, but I couldn't find him. Where is he in the shop?
He's up towards the front.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, you didn't look, did you? This is why you can't find the Batman Superman pop-up shop at W.
Because I just wasn't looking well enough.
Now, you were just telling me before we hit roll on this about, and I'm still giggling about it, Backstreet Boys and a new
Yes.
movie. Explain to the listeners, Ginge.
The new movie, it's called Dead 7.
Yep.
It's from our friends at the Asylum. And for those who don't know what the Asylum is,
Like me.
the Asylum is pretty much a studio that does knockoff films of big Hollywood films.
Like what? Can you name any?
Well, I think they did one that was, I think it was something like Battlefield Los Angeles, as opposed to Battle LA.
Oh yeah.
You know, and yeah, they do all the cheap knockoffs. Transmorphers is one of their
Instead of
illustrious.
Transformers?
Yep,
Really?
Transmorphers. Journey. Instead of Iron Sky, it was Nazis from the center of the earth.
Is it the ones where Hitler's riding around on a dinosaur?
That's Iron Sky 2.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I get lost with all these cheap knockoff films.
Yeah.
Is there any more news on Iron Sky 2?
Yeah, they have had a screening over, I think, in Finland. That's where they shot it, and that's where the makers are from.
Yep.
And yeah, from what I understand, it went really well.
Did you get into it again?
No, I'm quite upset. I've been pestering them to try and at least
That's
let me
probably
do
why you didn't get in.
to do a voiceover.
Really?
To be in it again, but no.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
But so this new film, it's called Dead 7.
Yep.
It's a Western zombie, and then I guess it's got a little bit of comedy aspects into it too.
Yep.
And the thing about it is it's starring all the boy bands from the 90s. So we've got Backstreet Boys,
I'm a little bit of, I will admit, a hand on heart, I'm a bit of a fan of the old Backstreet Boys.
98 Degrees,
No, I wasn't a fan.
NSYNC.
NSYNC, really? With, was it Joey the fat one?
Yeah, for Joey Fatone.
Yeah, fat one.
No. Just because it's spelt that way isn't the way it's pronounced.
I don't know, did you see the way he looks? He's
And
a
then
big boy.
and then they had one band called O-Town. I've never heard of this
I've never
band
heard of
called
O-Town.
O-Town. I'm pretty sure O-Town, maybe they only had only had songs that come out in America.
Really?
Yeah.
You reckon it was one of them mobs who, while Backstreet were touring around the world, O-Town were touring around Wisconsin?
Pretty
You know, all
much.
the malls or something
Pretty
like
much.
that, you know?
Thank
you, Wisconsin! We're O-Town!
Welcome to Walmart, Wisconsin. The world of opportunity sails within.
Do you reckon that's what they... And they were just like, we need another band to wrap, kind of round this out.
Yeah.
Who's that O-Town? Look, they've just seen a van drive by, like some cheap van with O-Town written on it. Get those guys.
And what I love about
Maybe
it
they're a covers band.
is the poster has got like song lyrics as
Yep.
like the subtitles for the song, and in the trailer it's got they're saying bye 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 to zombies, and
Really?
the poster heading has got larger than life.
Okay, I like that. That sounds pretty cool. Now, I did want to have a quick little chatty chat
Oh.
about a new trailer that came out this week. Did you see the new X-Men trailer?
I did see X-Men Apocalypse. Yes.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
A little bit. It looks like.
You don't know what to
I
think?
don't know what to think about it, but I guess I do understand a little bit more about the plot of the film.
Yeah. I watched it and I went, it still does not, set in the world on fire for me.
Yeah.
My big problem, I know whether I spoke about it last time, but my lovely wife Danielle and I were sitting last week and watching X-Men First Class.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I enjoyed that
I
film.
loved
Something
X-Men
shocking.
First Class.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. Apart from the tail end of it, when they're on the beach in Cuba
Yeah.
fighting, right?
No. In Cuba.
In Cuba.
Yeah.
Why did Michael Fassbender's Irish accent come through really, really strong in that part? Do you reckon they filmed it at the start?
Shh.
No, I'm not going to. Why did that happen? It kind of took me out of the film. But anyway, I really, really, really enjoyed X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past. I remember walking down the cinema going, it's all
Really?
right. Yeah, I didn't. Well, actually, if you remember back on a podcast, you and I said how it didn't have any of those big fuck yeah moments.
There,
you know?
yeah.
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 I mean, you had Magneto with the whole stadium above the thing and all that.
But then they dropped it and it felt contained. So yeah, I understand where you're
Yeah,
coming
it wasn't.
from.
There wasn't a lot of big hell yeah,
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm watching the trailer for this. I'm just like, yeah, I'll go and see it. But I'm not rating it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not really super excited. It's one of the ones I won't rush out the first day that it opens and go and see it. I'll
Yeah.
probably maybe a week later or something. The hype dies down. I
Yep.
might go and watch it.
Yep.
Who am I kidding? Actually, in my industry, I've got to kind of just go in the first day or so. Otherwise, it's ruined for me.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of it didn't do much for me.
And I've said it from the start. I wasn't really the biggest fan in the casting choice for Apocalypse in this movie.
Really?
It's the same guy that plays Poe in Star Wars.
Poe Dameron, is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
And there's little bits in this trailer.
Do you
that
not like Poe Dameron?
Huh?
So do you not like Poe Dameron?
No, Are we talking about the same character? The guy that's the really the pilot.
Yeah, at the start of the new Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Poe Dameron.
Is that his last name?
Yeah.
I didn't know his last
Oh,
name.
good God. Hand in your geek card.
No, but how come his last name isn't something like something Walker
No.
or Space Trader?
No, he's Poe Dameron. And they're about to launch Marvel Comics are doing a comic book series based on him. New comic book series comes out like in a month or something like that.
And
Comic fans, make sure you see your shop.
in this
Pre-order it.
Apocalypse trailer, you can see shots of him
Poe Dameron.
where he's
Yeah.
bald and
Yeah, because he's like they treat him like a god, the
Yeah.
ancient Egypts or whatever,
Yeah.
Egyptians and all.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not doing an awful lot.
his
for me.
his physicality of the character from what I'm used to
Yeah.
from the comics and from the cartoon series, and
Okay. Well, I guess we'll wait and see.
I don't know. He
We shall wait and
he
see.
doesn't sort of strike a foreboding character to me.
Thus far, we haven't seen a lot of merchandise. Once again,
Yeah.
this happened with
The
Days of Future
different
Past.
difference between Fox and Marvel, too,
Marvel,
maybe
yeah.
Disney and Fox.
There's just not an awful lot of merch coming out for
Yeah.
it, which is a bit of a worry.
Well,
Although, speaking of merch, there's a new range of pops, and they are available for pre-order now.
Yep.
Through different locations. I know, we're about to put an order in from different Marvel ones. There's Spider-Gwen.
Ooh.
Yeah. She-Hulk.
Ooh.
The female Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, I think, and her
Really?
that cool costume. I think that looks awesome.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, comic book Doctor Strange, not Benedict Crumplesnatch.
Crumplesnatch?
I can never get it right, but anyway, Benedict Cumberbatch. So they're awesome little pop heroes. And
Yeah.
if you're a Harry Potter fan, I'm going to talk more about Harry Potter soon. But if you're a Harry Potter fan, they are releasing the Hogwarts train.
What?
Now, yeah, there's a Hogwarts train, and then there's so Harry goes in that one, and then there's a carriage that you can put Hermione and a carriage that you can put Ron in.
What about Gollum? Is there a spot for you can put him in?
That's
it?
Dobby.
Oh,
how many
I mean,
times have I
shit,
got to
sorry.
say?
Dobby.
Jesus. This is.
Does
I will kill you.
does he get a little carriage that's underneath the stairs that he can?
No. But anyway, they look. If you're a diehard Harry Potter fan or you're a pop collector, you're going to want to have a look. Go along and have a look at. Check out Funko's website.
Yeah.
You'll see them listed on there. They look fantastic. The little train, and they all clips together, so you can put your Harry Potter display up, make it look really, really fracking cool.
Okay.
But yeah, so and like I said, these Marvel ones that are coming out look really, really cool. DC are releasing Supergirl, Firestorm. I think there's a Power Girl as well. So I mean, they're all. If you're a Spidey fan, there's a Doc Ock pop.
Oh wow!
Because they've done the Green Goblin, and he looks fantastic. The Green Goblin.
Yeah.
He's already out. But yeah, they are launching a Doc Ock, and it's a classic comic book Doc Ock.
Talking merchandise, you know how we were saying about hopefully the new Ghostbusters promotes some more merchandise.
Yeah.
It looks like it's actually happening. I see that they're
Well,
making. They're making pop type characters.
remember
They're
I
not
said
actual pop heroes.
On the last podcast, I didn't really want to talk more about the Ghostbusters trailer or not because I think it's a steaming pile of shit. We're going to talk about it. Because there's an interesting thing.
Okay, do I need glasses before I put this on?
An
Look,
interesting,
I'm a character now.
An interesting look at you. You
Melissa,
bought props.
Melissa McCarthy gets another $20,000 for wearing glasses in a trailer.
Anyway, there's a Reddit. I think it went on the net this week on Reddit. There was a Reddit user had posted, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, before the international trailer came out, a complete synopsis, like breakdown of the film. Essentially, act by act, all the big jokes, the cameos. This is where they are. This is who the cameo.
Wow.
This is who Dan.
So it wasn't a
plays.
script. It was more.
He or she, I don't know, but they apparently worked for a special effects company.
Okay.
They'd been invited to a special screening,
Ooh.
and they went home and they just kind of wrote this big piece out. The
Oh,
whole
wow.
thing, broke the film down.
Okay.
you
Good
know,
on them.
Yep, scene by scene kind of thing.
I don't really want to. Okay.
And panned it, absolutely panned it. Said
Yeah?
it is not funny at all.
Ooh.
And when you I couldn't help it. You know what? I read it. I read the breakdown, and I swear to you, it does not sound good at all.
Oh, no.
Spoiler alert! If you are planning on seeing this is a potential spoiler alert. I will say, then tune out for a couple of minutes, and then tune back in because I'm gonna
Just go la 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 la.
I'm
la.
going to say something. Okay, you ready? You've been warned. Okay, there
David
is
Hasselhoff in it?
No. But they give Slimer a girlfriend, who is essentially a female version of Slimer, but with long brown hair. Same.
How
form
come she's
and
not
everything
blonde?
else.
I would have thought at least Slime would be a blonde kind of guy.
Well,
A brunette?
anyway, the main villain in it is a guy who was a human. He starts out human and is against what they're doing. He thinks it's cruel to trap the ghost, so he
Well,
forms
like a
plan.
Walter Peck type character.
Kind of. He thinks it's cruel. He goes and frees the ghost and gets killed in the process.
Just like
becomes
Peck.
a ghost, rounds all the ghosts up to have a ghost army. Now there is a shout out at the end, I think, to either Gozer or Zool.
Mhm.
Okay, but apparently, very much like the first original film, they have to instead of Ray, Ray Stan's character.
Yep.
His kind of version. In this, it's the what's her name? Is it Leslie Jones, the African American actress?
Okay.
Her character
Yep.
has to choose the coming of your
Okay.
of your destruction.
Yeah. So
And
instead of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man,
it's something else, but it's beat for beat kind of along that line.
do you reckon it's going to be like a McDonald's or? Hang on, that'd be racist if it was Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, no, it's
Because
not,
of chicken.
I don't think it's
That'd be
Colonel Sanders.
racist.
Anyway, so that's kind of, and apparently, like this person who put it up there, just panicked. Said, "Look, it is not funny. It's not a good film. It doesn't, it's just rubbish." Now, no one can prove or disprove that it's real at the moment. Like I'm saying, some of the stuff that was written and when it was originally posted was before the international trailer hit, and they have described things that were in that international trailer that no one else had seen until that point. So, there's a good chance it could be real. Make up your own mind, but after reading it, it was just another thing from I went, I'm not going to give this film money. I'm not going to give Sony money for that.
Well,
horrible.
I have seen that they're working on a Ghostbusters animated movie using the real Ghostbusters characters. So hopefully that'll spur...
Where Egon has big blonde hair and red glasses.
Yeah. Because...
I miss those cartoons. I've got them on DVD somewhere, they were real Ghostbusters.
I really don't know what to think of this Ghostbusters. But you were mentioning to me yesterday about... Remember the original Ghostbusters trailer, the American Ghostbusters trailer?
Yes.
At the beginning of it.
Yes.
Carry on, sir.
At the beginning of the first trailer we all saw, it flashed up 30 years ago, 4 scientists.
Now,
and did their little...
And none of us really clued into it.
Apparently Kevin Smith did and had a crack and said, hang on, there was only 3 of them were scientists. Technically, Winston wasn't a scientist, he was just an average Joe.
Yeah.
For the international trailer, it changed to 30 years ago for Friends. Save New York from the ghosts or whatever, other paranormal. But anyway, and Kevin Smith has copped a bit of a hounding because he got taken out of context. Well, not, when I say taken out of context, misquoted, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
He put a post up the other day. He'd said something in Hollywood Babylon, an episode of Hollywood Babylon, where he was talking
pretty
about
much to the effect of whoever cut the trailer probably didn't do the best job that they should have.
Needs sitting down and being scolded because it's not a very... And he even said positives about the film. He's like, with the cast it's got, it should be reasonably funny. I'm looking forward to going and actually checking it out, blah, 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 blah. Like the very next day, all these different online reporting places. Kevin Smith slams Ghostbusters trailer. Kevin Smith rips into the new Ghostbusters film.
Can't stand.
He didn't actually do that at all. And when he posted word for word what he said in the podcast, and then the reactions online from these different places, he's like, doesn't match up, does it? And it did. It was crazy. But that's people take things and run with it. I guess
it's disappointing, but hey, these things happen, and
speaking of Kevin Smith, you see he's up in Canada or whatever at the moment, filming an episode of The Flash.
He's directing it.
He's directing it, and he even had a photo up of him and Grant Gustin in the stuff. It looked really
outfit.
Cool. Yeah, and he's got Jay up there with him. So now Jay has been hanging out in front of CC Perks, the coffee shop in Central City. So if you're a bit of a diehard Kevin Smith fan, that's always cool.
Hopefully they'll be in the background of some shots.
He's busy. He is a very, very busy guy. Like everyone's going, when are we going to see another film? Like he's about to go into production, I think, on Moose Jaws very soon.
And he
shot a pilot for a TV series called Hollyweed, which he acts in. He directed, he wrote, and he's acting in it. And the pitch for it is essentially imagine Clerks in a weed shop in
a weed dispensary
in California.
Dispensary,
yes.
Dispensary.
In California, where if you for medical reasons, you can buy marijuana. And apparently he loved it, and it looks like it may have been picked up at least for a few episodes. Or something like
hopefully at least it'll get picked up on Netflix or
one of those places. Yeah, but
and then he's also got that other geek television show,
a late night show with the guy out of, was it Heroes? Is it Greg Grunberg?
That's it.
Yeah. Out of Heroes. So they're doing like a late night geek program.
Pretty much Hollywood Babylon on TV, I guess.
Why no Ralph?
Well, they did do that pilot, which I am trying to find on the net.
Yeah.
But at the moment I can't because they actually shot a pilot for that where him and Ralph hosted it.
So I'd like to check that out. That'd be really, really good.
Yeah. Ralph will work his way into it. It's just like Spoilers with Kevin Smith, where they had Ralph as the.
I missed that actually. I don't know whether any of you phone folk tuning in ever got to watch that. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith. I thought it was a really cool show.
He did a second season for Canadian Comedy Channel.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us. Drop us a line there. I know looks like we've got a few people there tuning in. Hello.
Hello, Danny, Nick, Grant.
Grant. There's a few others there as well. Say good day. Make sure you post a question if you got one, or if you've seen Spoilers with Kevin Smith. Let us know what you thought. I loved it. I thought it was a great
loved
show.
it.
But anyway,
you can interact with us live on the podcast.
Was that back though at Universal City Walk? Is that before he ran into problems with John Lovett?
Acting, thank you. But yeah, I love the set of that.
It was a
It
good
looked really
set.
cool.
What is happening with John Lovitz? Anyone know? Does anyone have any information on John Lovitz?
Well, he's probably touring around for $20 an hour.
Hey, probably. Hang on, touring around or doing something else for $20 an hour.
Shh.
Hey, hanging out around truck stops, truck stop toilets is not touring.
Hey,
Ginge.
hey, it's very, very feminine, very womanly.
John Lovitz, very womanly. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I want to talk about if you're in Brisbane next weekend. Okay, and if you're a diehard Harry Potter fan, it's called Evening at Hogwarts. It's hosted by Pastel Palace. Now it's at 132 Latrobe Terrace, Paddington, Queensland, down there in Brisbane, Vegas.
Okay.
Okay, and what it is, I'll actually read it out. Are you ready?
Being all official and
Yes,
stuff.
are you ready for this?
Yes.
This is the event page. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Please attend the Pastel Palace on March 26th from 1:30 to 7 p.m. to collect the necessary equipment required before the start of term. The following vendors will be able to assist you in gathering all the supplies needed: Pastel Pixie, Kariki Art, Bonnie's Bathhouse, Enchanted Light, and Ruby Kawaii. Now, we await your owl. Now, look, what it is, all us muggles. Did you know what a muggle is? You've got no idea, I swear.
I do know. It's regular humans.
Regular humans in the Wizarding World, that's right. Look, we're all excited. There's apparently already over 4,000 people have said they're going to go to this in Brisbane. They're dressing up in costume and everything else. And it's different vendors. There's only a handful of vendors going to it. But they've all got Harry Potter merchandise. And some of them, it's all handcraft as well. So there's a lot of stuff people have made themselves.
Can I buy a Quidditch?
Maybe, I don't know. Quidditch is a game, you fool.
Yeah, but the golden snitch.
The golden snitch. There may even be Quidditch down there for some people playing. I don't know. But me and the lovely wife, my lovely wife Danielle, she's a Whovian. A Potterhead.
A Potterian.
She's also a Whovian.
Yeah.
I'll get in trouble for saying that later on. But we're heading down next weekend to Brisbane. Really looking
Is it on
forward to
Saturday?
It's on Saturday. It's next Saturday.
I might have to join you, sir.
Yeah, you reckon?
Well,
there you go. Well,
I don't think I've mentioned it on the podcast, but my lovely lady
is a Pottermore as well.
Is a
Potterhead. Sorry,
Potterhead. And she was this close to actually acting in the
I've
film.
never read all the books. I say I'm a massive Potterhead, right? I love the films. I've read a couple of the books. I've never finished them all. But I like buying all the merchandise and everything else. The film, I know I've said this on the podcast before, but the films for me really kind of made me feel young again, young at heart.
Yeah.
It's that magic, they're believing in magic kind of. I mean, they got fucking dark towards the end of it, right? But they were just, like the first few, especially, were just really magical films.
Yeah.
And as an adult, you sit there, you go, you know what, it just makes you feel good again to watch that kind of stuff and kind of get lost in the fantasy and all that. So it's fantastic. My young niece, Ebony, is she's just gotten into Harry Potter in a big way. So I'm actually looking for some stuff for her next week, some special things to get for her down there, because it's great. She's the new generation coming through. And, J.K. Rowling's announced that she will be writing another book. It'll be which is based on the stage play.
And it's Harry's son, right?
It's Harry's son going through Hogwarts. So it's in the future. But I mean, it's great that she's decided she's going to keep the series going. Yeah, it's not Harry himself. It's going to be his son, but it's a whole new generation.
Is his name going to be Harry as well?
I can't remember.
Like Harry Potter the first or the second?
I know he's got Albus in his name. Can someone shoot us? Hello. Hello, someone has gone, shame, Todd, need to read those books. Yes. Oh, hello, that's my beautiful wife. Yes, honey, you buy them, I'll read them. Thank you. But there you go. If someone could correct me there, what is Harry Potter's son's name? If you're on there, shoot it through to us, and we'll come back to that. But anyway, if you're a Harry Potter fan, like I said, go along in the evening at Hogwarts down there at Paddington, Latrobe Terrace, and it's down there at the Pastel Palace. Now go along to Facebook and just search for Evening at Hogwarts on the 26th of March, and you should be able to come up to the event page. We might even share it on the GeekSpeak page.
I think I know what I'm doing next Saturday night.
Well, I know we're down there. I'm going to watch the football next Friday night, so it was a trade-off. I could take the lovely wife to... But it's a trade-off that works so well for me.
Because you like going both things.
I like both. It's a double win for Todd. It's all coming up.
It's kind of like when you miss...
What?
Hang on, I thought I should stop there because we can't edit the podcast since we're streaming live.
You'll get in trouble with your lovely lady.
Yes,
keep going.
yes.
Isn't it nice though? Like I had a guy come in the other day, and he's like, I'm gonna have to start dating again. Got out of a bad relationship. He's like, I don't reckon there's any such thing as a geek girl. I'm like, man, there are. I know a bunch of my customers who have met geek girls. I met one myself. I'm like, you just got to have patience. So, and that's something I want to ask our listeners and viewers as we're doing this live. Tell us, did you meet a geek girl, or did you meet a girl,
Or are you a geek girl?
or if you're a girl, did you meet a guy who you turned into a geek guy? Were you able to convert them, or did you match up with someone who had similar geeky interests or something like that? Tell us about your geek romance. That's what we want to hear about. And we might run that over a couple of weeks.
Is this a platonic or heterosexual?
I don't care what the hell it is. If it's geek love, I just want to know. So, and if you've got photos of yourself and your partner or whatever else, and you're both geeking out or whatever, put them up on the page. Put them in the comments.
Because all they need to do is tune into their stream to see two platonic hetero
life mates,
yeah,
who are both geeks. We found each other years ago in high school.
Yes, indeed.
Do you know, someone said the other day, how long you and Ginger been mates? And we worked it out. It's over 20 years.
Oh, bullshit. What?
Over 20 years, you and I have been best mates.
Hang on, how old are we? We're what, 30?
We're 35 this year.
So 34?
34 at the moment. Yeah, we met in 1990.
Yeah, we would have been 13 years old.
Yeah, work that out.
Shit.
Anyway, there you go.
Damn.
So that was geek love back then. Man love.
Let's not use the word love. Let's say acquaintance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. Grant has posted, he goes, my wife is a horror and World of Warcraft fan. Other than that, she tolerates my loves. Grant, you've got a very patient woman there, haven't you? So she's into horror.
G'day, Ellie.
Are you a fan of horror, Grant? Tell us.
Oh, hi.
Would you stop reading all the comments out?
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Ellie was saying hi to us,
it's
so
Elle.
I was saying...
It's Elle. Hello, Elle.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Grant, are you into horror as well? Because that'd be the weird thing. Like, I know my wife's not into horror. I don't mind the whole horror film, but it's you. You hate horror. You get scared.
Hang on. Ellie's just worked out that...
You were one in 1990. Thanks, Elle. You make us feel really old.
Yeah, but hang on. We were talking about when... It was 20 years ago.
Over 20 years ago that we met.
Okay.
We met in 1994.
1994.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when
Not
we met.
1990.
No. Anyway.
Grant says I'd prefer a Marvel
film
over horror.
I'm with you, Grant, all the way. Like nowadays,
Yeah.
because if we watch horror at home, I have to turn the lights on because my lovely wife can't handle the horror. Even the scary episodes of Doctor Who. She's like, "Can we watch them ones in the daytime?" I'm like, "Okay, that's what you do for love."
Oh, dude, I think I mentioned it on the podcast a little while ago where we checked out The Pyramid.
Yep.
Which is a really cool horror film where they find another pyramid in Cairo.
Yep.
But it's only 3-sided, not 4-sided, and
Okay.
inside it they go missing. It's kind of like a Blair Witch where it's first person
Really?
camera stuff, right?
Did you like it, or did you kind of wet your
actually,
pants?
I freaked the hell out, but not so
That's
much.
not a great surprise.
This is all in one night, and then straight after it, we watched the film As Above, So Below.
Yep.
It is some freaky shit, right? Imagine the Templar Knights, right?
Yep.
You're chasing the legend of them, and they find out that there is an ancient Templar grave underneath the catacombs in France.
Ooh.
So they sneak into the catacombs,
Yep.
right, and actually find this tomb, but they can't go out the same way they came in. They have to keep going forwards.
Yeah.
And when they do, they go into a room that's a mirror image of the room that they were in. So it's
I'm confused now.
yeah, it's
What's
and
it called?
As Above, So Below.
As above, so below. Anyone out there seen that?
Oh,
As
it is
above,
some
so below?
freaky shit because they can't.
What is it, Ginge? Freaky?
It's some freaky shit because they can't.
On the freaky shit factor
it's
scale, what
it's
would
a
you give
fucking
it?
20, man.
Out of what? 20
Out of
20?
10.
Oh,
Out
20
of 10, right? And
That's a fucked up
and
scale.
they can't go up. They have to keep on going down.
Mhm.
They have to go down to go up.
This is
Yes.
that's messing with my
Yes.
head.
Yes.
I'd watch that.
It's freaky ass.
Will you watch it again?
Oh shit, yeah, man!
Okay, well, I'll watch it with
I
you.
will watch it with you because it's some freaky ass shit.
Good. Just don't hold my hand, Ginge, because
Yeah.
that shit's awkward.
Yes.
Anyway, so we got out there. Okay, Elle's with Danny. She reckons she would watch scary movies in the daytime as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it with you girls? Come on.
Hey,
You know, harden up.
hey, we had to watch The Notebook
Have you-
at night time, and that's some really scary shit.
No, you know what it is? You want to watch that at night time?
Why?
Because they can't see you cry then.
Yes, they can, because the glint off the TV is amplified because
little
everything
tear
else is
running down
dark.
there, you
No. No.
What,
No.
what movie? You know the last Star Trek movie? I must admit,
Into Darkness?
yeah, the last, when
I haven't seen
spoiler
it.
alert. Ah,
Okay,
shit.
Spoiler alert! 'Cause-
alert.
oh, hang on. La 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 la.
When
la,
Spock,
la,
when Spock died
la, la.
in there and all that, and you know they
What?
did the whole thing on the hand, like, and I had a little tear. A little tear.
What, the hand on the glass?
Yeah. I had
Were
a
they?
little- yeah,
What, show me how they were doing
I can't do it.
Do,
right?
do,
I
do it
can't
with me.
do it because my hands are long.
Oh.
But I did. I had a little tear, and the person I was with was like, "Are you crying?" I went, "No, it's just the salt. I rubbed my eyes. It's the salt there."
No, I was making onions earlier for tea.
Making onions.
Yeah.
You're talented.
you
I
co-
usually
you-
just
you
cut
have-
them up because I buy them.
You have to get plaster of Paris and actually sculpt them layer by layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of the new The Witch movie? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
The trailer looks cool.
Yep.
It's so it's a horror film. It's supposed. Did you hear that it's supposed to be the scariest thing Stephen King has ever seen in his
Really?
life?
Because I've been disappointed with some of Stephen King's movies.
Yeah.
Movies based on Stephen King properties.
But
I've been
this is
a bit
this,
disappointed.
he had nothing to do with The Witch, but he said when he saw it, it was the freakiest thing he has ever seen.
Really? But was he sober? Because he didn't have.
I don't know,
like-
but I have seen a review of it, and the review said yes, it's a good film,
Yep.
but it's not the kind of film you would go in and watch over and over again.
Okay.
It's
Is that like Cabin in the Woods for me? I watched
Yeah?
Cabin in the Woods once, and I went, "Okay, that was pretty freaking cool." But I'm like, I probably wouldn't watch that again because I know what's coming now.
Yeah.
I find that with a lot of horror films. Once you know, or even good
once
suspense,
once
Yeah.
that is
yeah,
over,
and then
you're
you sit there,
like,
you go, "Why would I watch that again?"
I
already
won't
know
get
what's
scared
happening."
because I know what happens. Anyway, so The Witch is kind of like these pilgrims in America.
You get scared at the slightest thing.
Shut up.
You just
So
deafen our listeners at home.
pilgrims
Yes.
in America.
Yes.
And there is a witch that lives in the woods just outside of their property.
Yep.
And one of their children goes missing, and it's more a psychological. It's a very slow burn. There's no real.
really?
So
I'd watch that. I don't mind
it's
that.
not
What was the
it's
one?
not smack
what
bang.
what was the old M
horror.
Night Shyamalama Ding Dong one that I hated?
The one with the trees,
No.
the happening,
No, not The Happening. Was it The Village or something like that?
the village.
The Village. I hope it's nothing like that because that was a fucking letdown.
That's another thing with marketing people that is the problem there, I think.
Yeah.
Because the village made you believe it was one thing, and then you went into it and you went, yeah, this is pretty cool, and then the ending, you went, oh, okay. Well, I can sort of see it, but yeah.
No, I walked out and just went, that was shit. And I went off M Night Shyamalama Ding Dong, whatever, how you pronounce it. Shyamalan. What's his name?
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Shyamalan. That's what I call him.
M Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, old M Night. Old him.
But
old,
also-
old Nighty. as I
But
like
also,
to call
you
him.
didn't like
Never met the guy.
you didn't like The Prestige because the trailer for that
Fucking hated
made
the
you
what
believe
was the one I liked?
The Illusionist.
The
with-
Illusionist was better. The Illusionist was a better film. The
but you-
Illusionist
but-
was great.
But the thing is, you went into The Prestige believing it was The Illusionist.
Yeah, and I walked down
Because-
the Prestige going, that was
because
Christian Bale in the... Which one's he in?
Yeah, he's in
The Prestige.
The Prestige.
That's why I didn't like it, because I fucking
And
don't like Christian Bale.
it's your mate from Batman Begins as well.
Christopher Nolan?
Christopher
that
Nolan.
fucking explains an awful lot. No wonder I didn't like it.
But it was one of those things where the trailer made you believe that he had actual magical powers.
Speaking of magic again, how's this for a fucking segue?
Yeah.
And speaking of films, The Illusionist. Not The Illusionist.
Now you see
Now
me
you
too?
see me too. Fuck, you've messed with my brain now. We just watched Now You See Me again the other night. Fucking that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Even second time, we're just saying about one of them, second time round type
Yeah.
things. Sometimes you watch a movie like that, you know what's coming.
Yep.
But even watching it second time round, knowing what's coming, I still thoroughly enjoy that film.
Okay.
Fuck, it is good. It is a really, really good film.
But do they actually have magical powers, or are they just illusionists?
I'm not ruining. You go and watch it. Anyone else?
Come on.
Has anyone else out there seen Now You See Me? And can tell Gin's like rate it 5 out of 1 to 5. 5's really
doesn't-
good, 1's
but
really
doesn't-
crap. What do you give it? Come on, give it a rating.
But doesn't Isla Fisher die in it?
I'm not saying a fucking word until you watch it.
Hang on, someone will put under here on
No,
the quote.
she nearly died during the filming of it. In one of the
In the
tank
water
scenes.
tank
In one of
scenes?
the water
But
tank
she dies in it, doesn't she?
No.
That's why they have to get that new actress to be in this one.
Spoiler it. No.
No.
No, she just can't come back. I don't know why they've gotten someone else, but no. But yeah, it was a really freaking good film.
Okay.
And it's one of them ones I'm genuinely looking forward to the sequel. Unlike what's the new one? The London Has Fallen?
Yeah, is the new
Is
one.
the new one?
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus
the
Has
original.
Fallen. I thought was fantastic. Now they've gone London Has Fallen, and I've gone. I don't see it. How are you going to do a sequel there?
It's
It's out at the cinemas now,
that-
apparently.
yeah, I can't wait. I want to go see it.
Let's do a mandate. Let's go and watch it
Why
together.
why
then.
don't you want to go see
Because I
London
think,
Has Fallen?
I think I'm going to be disappointed.
Why?
Because I'm kind of like, okay, I can believe the whole, Olympus Has Fallen, yep, the White House and everything else. But then picking those kind of people up and dropping them into London, because it's Gerard Butler again, isn't it?
Yeah, and the president.
And okay, so let me
visit London
Well,
for.
he'd have to be the most unluckiest fucking president then.
Oh, no! I'm pretty sure JFK is the most unluckiest president.
And we just went political on your ass. I'll tell you who will be unlucky, and if he ever gets sniffed at his fucking old D Trump. Can you believe that's have you seen? They even released pop vinyl figures of all the candidates of Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump. So you can actually have them on your desk if you're so. Why you'd want them on your desk at work or whatever else, I don't fucking know. Why you'd want them in your collection, I don't know. Unless you want them just if you got a thing for Hillary Clinton, then there's something weird, yeah. Or Bernie Sanders, for that matter.
To be honest, I don't think you'd have a chance with Hillary Clinton, dude. I think you'd have more of a chance with Bill. But have you seen someone's photoshopped Trump's head and neck and hair, but then they put Hillary's face on
hate
him?
why are people doing that
to be
face
honest,
swap thing? Shit.
It looks like it's a real person.
Someone should, if you know how to do it, face swap us, okay?
We just need to get
face swap that, put it up there so we can have a little look.
We just need to get the app, and then we could do it straight away.
There, to quote Mitch, Olympus Has Fallen was crapper than crap. Really? I actually liked it.
It was great.
I thought it was a good film.
I think you're thinking of the other one with Buddy, the stripper in it.
There you go. Someone has rated...
White House Down.
Yeah, actually I enjoyed White House Down.
Oh, but it was nowhere as good as Olympus Has Fallen.
Channing Tatum's an alright
Oh,
actor.
bullshit. The only time you think Channing Tatum is good is when he's got baby oil smeared all over his body.
I've never seen... Hand on heart, I've never seen Magic Mike.
Shit.
I've never seen Magic Mike.
Put your comments down here. Put your comments.
There you go. Face swap is on Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat. I'm old. You're lucky I've got Twitter. You guys need a Snapchat for Geek Speak. There we go. We probably should one day.
All right, Al. All right.
No, we'll look at that.
Right.
We'll take that under advisement.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Olympus Has Fallen and also London Has Fallen.
Yeah.
And Magic Mike with his baby oil
I've
and
never
stuff.
seen Magic Mike.
Now, just quickly,
Yes.
we have to go see Batman vs Superman in 3D.
Yes.
Which I was quite upset with.
Why? I mean,
Well,
I'm not a big fan of 3D, and I think it's ridiculous what they charge you for it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if I've got to see it in 3D, I'll see it in 3D.
But what I was thinking is, what we should do is when we go to the cinemas, we
Yep.
get our 3D glasses, right?
Oh, this is why you bought a Propylon.
Right, the Propylon, right?
Is this like we're gonna make? Was it? Were they on
We're gonna
Arts and Craft Live
this,
here on Geek Speak.
Now, this is something I prepared earlier in the day. No, well, what we could do is
Yep.
you and I both have a set of glasses, right?
Yep.
We pop out one lens.
You broke the glasses.
Yep, right. I pop out that lens.
Did you pay for them?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's within the cost of the ticket.
Okay.
So pop out one eye, right?
Yeah.
I give it to you. You give me the other eye. So don't give me the same eye, right? I pop out the right side, right?
Mm.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You pop out the left, right?
Yep. Right.
Right? So I'll have a set of glasses that have two left screens in it.
Yeah. And it's still a right, a normal right. No, they're both left.
They're both left, right?
Right.
And you'll have two right.
Right. I'm left, right, fucking out.
Righto. So then when you put the glasses on, you'll be able to watch Batman vs Superman in 2D.
Does it work?
It does.
Really?
It does. 100% it works.
Is that a life hack?
It's a life hack brought to you by the makers of Geek Speak.
Okay, there you go. Grant has gone, Channing was the bomb in 21 Jump Street. Fuck oath he was. I love that film.
21 Jump Street?
21 Jump Street? Yeah. Well, you don't like it?
I didn't see it.
God, what the fuck do you do with
I
your
don't,
life?
well, I'm too busy, buddy, editing weddings for people. People that go off and get married and shit. God.
You're doing a good job of it. But anyway, seriously, watch that. It's fantastic.
Channing Tatum was the bomb and
Tatum.
she's the man.
Tatum.
What did I say?
Tatum.
Channing Tatum was the bomb and she's the man. Remember that?
You've lost the plot. You
That's
really
the
have.
one with old...
If you're an Assassin's Creed...
was it something Bynes? Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, where she plays a dude.
She went off the rails, didn't she?
Oh, she seems to have gone back on the rails now.
Has she? She's been derailed and put back on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what rehab does for you.
Yeah.
Look at Mitchell Pearce. He only just looks at poodles.
Hang on,
now.
shh, shush.
The football fans will get that one. anyone a fan of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a new comic hitting the shelves this week called Assassin's Creed Templars, #1 from Titan
Cool,
Comics.
man.
That's any good local comic book store will be stocking that, and you can find it online. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I know we're stocking it online.
Have you seen the couple of screenshots of the movie with your mate in it?
There's a movie.
Yeah. With your mate Magneto in it.
Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Really?
He plays the assassin.
So when's this coming out?
Well, I imagine it's coming
Can
out
anyone
this
tell
year.
us Assassin's Creed the movie? When? Where?
I imagine
Tell
it's
us.
coming out this year. It's
I'm
got to
looking
be
at
coming
you,
out
Grant
this year.
Robinson, because I know you're into this kind of stuff. Tell me where.
I'm just a little bit apprehensive that some of the running and jumping might not look as cool because it's.
Well, actually, I was going to say, speaking of this, very movie centric this podcast this week. Speaking of running and jumping and stuff like that, they've announced that Harrison Ford's back in 2019 for Indiana
Yeah.
Jones 5.
But
Is it Indiana Jones 5? Yeah, 5. No, I don't want to see it. I'm drawing a line. I'm sick of the reboots, the remakes, and everything else with Hollywood, right?
But this is
Now,
a
he's
se-
gonna be
this is a
70
sequel.
Yeah, but he's 70-something years of fucking age, right? Now.
Okay.
Like 70, 71. He'll be 73 by the time they film or get into the filming. I don't want to see him mumble his way through an Indiana Jones film. I'd say, no. Indiana Jones is one of them characters where you could do young Indy, right?
Which
you
they
could-
did, the TV show,
TV
and it was
series.
fucking
It was
great.
awesome. But why don't they cast someone like Chris Pratt,
Yeah.
right? Who would nail Indiana Jones, the character, fantastically.
Yeah.
Cast him, put him in it, and do young Indy tale. Why are we going to have Harrison Ford back? Why do we need any more? Can't we just appreciate great films and leave them as they are? Great franchises. What Hollywood? What Hollywood needs to do, right?
Yeah.
This is my big fucking bugbear for the day.
All right, get up on the soapbox.
What Hollywood needs to do is come up with some fucking original ideas. Stop cashing in on fucking franchises that have been done to death. You should be looking, if you're in Hollywood or whatever else, if you're a director, if you're a screenwriter,
Yep.
whatever else, even the head of a studio, going, we need to create new, exciting franchises to cash in on. Let's not keep going back to the well, right? Because it's a game of diminishing returns. Every time, fucking the audience goes down and down because you end up
Look
weakening
at
the fucking
Ghostbusters.
product.
Look
Yep.
what's happening with Ghostbusters.
Come up with the fucking, do you think someone, like back when Robert Zemeckis and what was the other guy's name?
Bob Gale did
Bob
Back
Gale,
to the Future.
right? When they did Back to the Future, do you think they went, let's try and kind of recreate something else? No, they come up with an original idea, and look what happened. Back to the Future,
I think-
fantastic. We
Yeah.
need more of that kind of stuff.
But I think the problem is that when someone goes,
Actually, Grant's got a good point here. Isn't Batman versus Superman returning to the well too, though? Yes, Grant, it really is.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I totally do. I just think we need to. What? The AC's in the post now. What? I think we really, really need to come up with creative ideas, new, fresh, creative ideas. But you know what the problem is? Hollywood is all about money now. It's all about because they get finance for films. It's not the studio doesn't necessarily.
They're
front up the cost themselves. It's all external financing, and that's the problem. To get the finance, they need to turn around and go, we can guarantee some kind of return. We and if they don't, well, they're up shit creek. But
Yeah.
and there are bombs, of course. Look at fucking the new Fantastic Four film for fucking Fox. That was just horrible. But no one's willing to take a risk. Independent film does, but it doesn't get the budget. It doesn't get they look a bit
Exactly.
cheap, and it doesn't get the distribution that that would make it a great film. The Hollywood studios, they're too scared to spend money on a risk on innovation.
I was listening to someone recently, a Hollywood producer and screenwriter, and they said, if you want great indie drama movies,
Yep.
all those writers have gone to television now.
Well,
to episodic.
Elle just made a comment. I think Netflix is doing exactly that. Todd, Elle,
Yeah.
you've nailed it. They certainly are, and you're going to see more directors and creators jumping across Netflix because they're giving them freedom. They're like,
Yeah.
here's a budget, and the budget isn't small. Some of those things, they get a very, very big budget for a Netflix original movie. And then you got to look. And now I haven't seen it. I know it copped a lot of flack before it came out, but people I've spoken to who've seen it loved it. It was The Ridiculous Six, Adam Sandler's Western film. Okay,
And it's made a heap.
it's made a ton of it was the highest downloaded thing for Netflix,
Yes.
Original movie or whatever else for Netflix.
Yep.
So you got to look at that and go, yeah, okay, copped a bit of criticism, whatever. I'm not going to get into that whole thing.
The critics who are going to pan it, who isn't the audience for this movie anyway.
Yeah.
The film has found its audience on Netflix.
Yeah, and they've signed him on for a number of films, and maybe we need more of that kind of thing. Maybe then the big Hollywood studios, your Warner Brothers, Sony,
Yeah.
Paramount, Fox, all those kind of guys will then turn around and go, what shit? Maybe we should start investing in giving these directors, what they want to do. If they have a great idea, let them go off and make a great film. Because who is it? Who's the director who cannot get a hockey film made?
Kevin Smith.
No. There's another one. Jerry Bruckheimer.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Massive ice hockey fan. Wants to do an ice hockey movie. Every studio head has gone, yeah, you're not going to do that.
No, ice hockey's not popular.
It's not popular, right? So he's
the NHL would probably have something to say about that.
So would the fans.
Yeah.
And he has had a script sitting there for years. He's been shopping around Hollywood to get off the ground. No, can't get it off the ground. So there you go.
Danny's just said that John Lovitz has a bit part in Ridiculous 6.
Does he?
I think I'm going home and watching Ridiculous 6, to be honest.
There's our afternoon gone. I'll tell you what, that's mainly what I want to talk about. Big things for next week that are hitting comic book shelves. Batman 50, the anniversary issue. I want to say anniversary issue, it's big 5-0.
Yeah.
Won't mean shit soon when they relaunch everything, will it? But Greg Capullo's done an amazing cover, and there's also a polybag variant edition. And the cover on it, get this, was drawn by Chris Daughtry, singer Chris Daughtry. Right? I didn't know he was a comic artist, and I didn't know he was a comic fan, but apparently a massive comic fan. And DC said, look, would you like to do this cover? And so he did the roughs, and then Jim Lee did some inking.
Oh, come on!
No.
I could draw something shit, and Jim Lee would be able to polish the shit.
I'll hold you to that. But I have seen the original roughs, the pencils, and no, he has. He's got talent.
Has he?
And so that's the polybag variant cover. You'll get the Chris Daughtry cover in there, and I tell you what, it looks absolutely
shemmick.
It's fantastic. And Grant's gone no to polybag comics. Look, I agree with you, Grant. I prefer to be able to get it just as it is. But sadly, it's the way it is. It's going to be polybagged, so it's random. And when I say random, you either get a black and white sketch, you get a half-coloured version, or a full-colour version of that Chris Daughtry cover with Jim Lee.
How does the half-colour version look?
Interesting.
Is it horizontal?
No, the bottom part's coloured, and then halfway through the page, it kind of fades into just the original black and white pencils.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Or inks, I should say, like they're inked. So that's what your chances are. But honestly, take a punt, take a risk. I know I'm going to buy one myself this week.
Yeah?
because it's a good-looking cover. Chris Daughtry. Who knew he could sing and draw? I'm fucking envious.
What a prick.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're talking about it, I sent a message to you this week with a sketch of Asbats versus Azrael. How awesome was that?
That was really good. Now, who put that up? Darren Close, Aussie creator Darren Close.
He'd linked to it.
Off another artist, yeah. So thanks, Closey, for putting that up. That was fantastic.
Two of your most favourite characters.
I know, Azrael and Asbats. Yeah. Batman Azrael. I just thought that was fantastic. There's the 90s all over for you. That's the 90s jam right there.
And now they're bringing them back. Into Gotham and stuff like that.
Actually, that reprinted Azrael Volume 1. It is available. And if you're an Archie fan, the first volume dropped this week of the new different take on Archie by Mark Waid and Fiona Staples and all that. So
that's different from After Dark?
Yeah, it's very different. It's just a more modern version of Archie, and it's really good.
Does he text Veronica and stuff?
Just pick it up and read it for yourself. First volume, Volume 1 is out now in comic shops worldwide. So yeah, pick up a copy. It's worth it. Mark Waid, he writes a good story. He really does. I'm a fan. And someone's gone, Chris Daughtry, he's a country singer. Well, actually, technically, he's a singer because he's done a bit of everything. Okay, he won an American Idol. Okay,
hey.
No surprise, it's not a country song.
I think you should pay attention to who wrote that.
Who wrote that?
Yeah,
that was my wife.
Yeah,
wife.
So don't get up her until you read who said it to you.
I'm going to up her. He's not just a country singer. He's done 1 or 2 country songs. He's a rocker.
He's not a country singer. He does both country and western.
I'll glass you in a minute. Folks, thank you so much for joining in and chatting to us live. Look, that was fantastic.
Thank you, peoples.
Don't know whether we'll be back next week because it is Easter. It might be the week after. We'll see how we go. But you're off to the UK very soon.
I am indeed over there. I might do some of these live streaming with the video over there, right?
See how you go.
I'm standing out the front of a castle. You can do one. Hey, I'm here in the comic shop.
Yeah, pants off.
And then it'll cut to me. Hey, I'm in front of a castle and shit. Hey, look!
Actually,
you just missed the Loch Ness monster. He was just here a minute ago.
Do you want to know why you won't do that overseas?
Why?
It's because you're going to need decent Wi-Fi. You're going to pay for it in the UK.
Shit.
But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed the show. I've been Todd Bailey.
I've been Wade Copson on Pots and Pans. Make sure to hit subscribe. Facebook.com/GeekSpeak Australia. YouTube.com/GeekSpeak. I don't know.
Find us on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
just go along
it's easy
there
enough.
And check it all out.
GeekSpeak TV, Facebook.
And thanks, Ginge, for being my co-host.
Thank you,
again.
sir.
No worries. Have a great weekend, all. See you next time. Stay geeky.
Bye!